So over the years, Bandai has given us high-grade forms of the Gundam X, Gundam X Divider, Double X, Airmaster, and even a P Bandai Airmaster Burst. But no Gundam Leopard or Gundam Leopard Destroy. Well, they technically did in Build Fighters Try. Very last episode, the guy who used his modified G Fighter in the series came out with this guy, and I like it. I really do. Initially, I was like, but I bought it when it first came out, and I do dig the colors because it's exactly what it should be, and it is a little thinner than the normal Leopard. I think mostly because it doesn't have as much bulky armor with weapons on it. Like the original has the guns on bracket on the arm. It's got shoulder paw, big one here I think it was, or maybe that was the Leopard Destroy. But he had he's got guns on the shoulder. The knees I think are bigger because they have flip out missiles. So he's got a holster for a knife. Oh, this guy he doesn't have any melee. It's all range. So a little bit of a downside. You want to have something. Granted, he did block the Build Burning's punch with his arm, so I guess he just melee fight. Whatever. I mean, he's felt enough. He could do it. Articulation is decent. I do find it interesting that the hinge goes back. Usually it goes forward, so it might be because the backpack with the guns just helps a little bit. I can see that, right? I'm not sure if that's why, but it sounds good to me. And it's even got a rest hinge. Speaking of the Build Burning, that's probably where they got the hands from. And torso's decent. Skirts are a little limiting, which does hinder the legs, mostly going out and going back because they don't move at all. But the thighs there, the knees nice, and even the ankle with these kind of chunky little feet. I like the feet. So the posability is good and everything's tight. Everything looks good. It would have been nice if you had the flip out Gatling gun tits. Unfortunately it doesn't. And very few stickers. Unfortunately, that red one on the chest, it sucks because it has to go over a little curved area, and the stickers don't conform well to that. The ones in the head, little gray, you can barely tell. Those are actually really nice, and I've never touched them since I put them on, so they're holding really well. And how many times do you see metallic orange for sensors? I don't think that happens much, so that's kind of neat. That's unique. I like it. Now we can get to the best part, which is all the accessories, because thankfully they did keep the whole feel of the Leopard with a bunch of guns. We'll go with the beam rifle first. It's not boring. It looks cool. I think that's a grenade launcher on it. It's definitely unique. And I love the fact that they just make it so it just goes in the hand. It's so nice when a beam rifle or any handheld weapon just slides into the hand. You don't have to take anything apart. Well, it's not a big deal, really. I just like that. It's just, simple. And, well, we got a pair of missile pods. And I like the fact that you can just open them on both sides. And there's a little teeny tab to get your fingernail on. Because I think if I remember correctly in the show when he appeared, he popped out, fired missiles, flipped it around, and then fired another round. That was kind of neat. But I just put them on the legs because you got port on the shoulder, backpack, shoulder, backpack, and the leg. I like the gray on the leg because it makes it look less like just a big hole. So I usually put the missile pods there, just because we got a lot more stuff to put on. Would have been nice if there had been ports on the arms. Maybe they'd be a little too unsightly, but I think it would have been nice. Just add a little bit more custom ability. And we got a pair of double beam cannons, which very reminiscent of smokestacks. You could probably turn this guy into an Optimus Prime custom if you really wanted to. Probably someone has. It's just simple smokestacks, which these parts I forgot to mention, they do have their own hinge. So you got a pair of those, and they have more orange little sensors. I just really like the orange. And then finally we got a pair of these big honkin' Gatling guns, or probably beam Gatling guns. That they do have their own dedicated handle if you want to have these in the hand. Probably underslung would be your best bet. But man, getting them out, unlike the missile pods with that little teeny tab for the panel doors, there's nothing here, so it's really hard. I guess pushing down here helps. So yeah, you got the handle, and it's also got ports on it. So say you want to really bulk up your gun, you can do that. Let's take a missile pod. So you can put other weapons onto your gun to make a bigger, badder gun. So, nice little amount of customability. And these handles perfectly designed to fit in these hands. And it's good because this is a little bit heavy compared to like proportionate to the model. It's got a little bit more weight than like the other stuff. So it's nice to have like the nice and solid connection there. But speaking of other connections, you got these armatures, which were definitely a thing in build fighters. They had quite a few kits with these. So you just connect the cannons, or you can connect anything really. I mean, you can connect the missile pod if you want. You can do whatever you want. You can connect the double barrel beam cannons that it's got. But I just like connecting the two giant ones there. And then we'll get the other guns back on. So this guy definitely is not hurting for weaponry. He's ready to go. And the fact that these are on armatures, you can definitely get them out of the way. So like no problems with posability still, even if you have all this stuff on. It doesn't hinder at all. Like where they're positioned is perfect. He can definitely do his own version of a full burst. So while it's not exactly like the Leopard, it definitely has the spirit of the Leopard in it.